If immigrants are serious about staying on in Singapore and becoming citizens, they should undergo national service and not leave the country just before they turn 18. That was what Dr. Leong Chang Hong said when he spoke on the social markers of integration at the Institute of Policy Studies Conference on Integration on Monday.
The hard truth is that NS it imposes a great sacrifice, right, on not just the NS men but also the families. Right? It means that you have to take away 2 years of your time, which can be something that's important, right, economically speaking, right? And the hard truth is also that NS is something that is not uncommon, or it's never unheard of that people actually there's injuries and even death, right, arising from training. So I think if you really look at this issue about citizenship, and if you think that citizenship should comes with some kind of privileges, then I think it's only fair that we have to gauge somewhere and said, okay, perhaps first generation PRs, we don't expect you to do that, because it's not realistic. But at least for the second generation PRs, I think it's only fair, right, that if your child is a PR, right, of Singapore, and when your child turns male child turns 18, then it's only fair, right, that he should contribute back to Singapore by means of performing national service. But the reality is not so. The reality is 1/3 of all NS-liable 18-year-old PRs renounces their permanent residency before national service. Right? They skip Singapore altogether. So they stay here, right? 1/3. So we're not talking about, a few percentages, but 1/3 of them. So I think probably this is something that I think at the policy-making level, policymakers will have to re-examine, whether, the policies are fair. So in my recent op-ed to the Straits Times, I argue that, I think if you really want to restore this equilibrium, the equity equilibrium, then one way is perhaps to have some kind of security bond, right, for the PRs, right, for the PR children, right. So if they turn 18 and decide not to perform NS, then okay, then the bond will be forfeited.
In a survey on the areas of disparity between Singaporeans and new citizens, concern over whether a male child completes national service came out tops, with close to 70% of Singaporeans agreeing that serving NS is an important indicator of integration. However, only around 40% of new citizens felt the same way.
I'm happy that you all, especially the males, see national service as something very important. That you know, for those who have gone through national service, that you frown upon those who skive. In the colloquial term, you call it tuang, keng, right? You frown upon that because we have a sense of fairness, a sense of equality of what we aspire for our country. That's good. That's good.
For more on the conference on integration, check out our other clips.